China had a very significant visitor to Beijing on a state visit this week, and it is Party General Secretary of Vietnam's Communist Party. He's also the president of the country. It is a state visit, warmly received, and very significant discussions had taken place. I think what's significant also is the fact that he just became the Party General Secretary of the Vietnamese Communist Party and the country's president 2 weeks ago. And this is his first foreign visit. He makes to Beijing to stress the continuation of collaboration and friendship and mutual support. It is very, very positive signal under the circumstances of pressure from the US to take sides in the conflict between China and the United States. I think his visit and the results of his visit, the positive results, is a reflection of a much more significant trend in the global South. Every time when the US visits, it always seems like whichever country they visit, they're telling people you have to be in our camp. You have to join us in containing China, in suppressing China. But every time when there are visits by Chinese leaders or visitors of other Global South leaders to China, the focus is on how do we collaborate to address the problems of the world? How do we improve trade? How do we facilitate finance and investments between our two countries? How do we accelerate the development of the economies of our two countries to improve the livelihood of our people? And they're very concrete things, too, that weren't mentioned in the official press. But Vietnam has had some serious infrastructure problems, including shortage of electricity. And much electricity had to be supplied by Guangxi province the last several years. Vietnam had been using a slightly narrower gauge than the gauge that is commonly used in ASEAN countries and China, which of course does not help in trade or the movement of goods and people. Vietnam has finally consented to adopt a common gauge. So what's more important is now the movement of goods, movement of people, and also included is the movement of ideas. So what we see today is increasingly the Global South, even those that had conflict with China in the past, consider China to be a good economic and trading partner, development partner, mutually beneficial trade and development efforts will take priority over the play of politics that the US is pushing on countries of the Global South. I think another very important facet here is the increasing sophistication of the population of the Global South. The sophistication comes from smartphones, from flow of information, from even social media, even TikTok. It's no longer possible for the Western mainstream media to lie and create falsehoods about China as easily as they did in the past. I think people see what China is about. China is not about to colonize anyone like the West has done, to plunder anyone like the West has done. China is basically looking to collaborate and develop the economies of the Global South and itself and improve the lives of its people. This is becoming increasingly clear, patently clear, to people of the global south. That's a good thing.